I,
Go ahead.
Hey everybody, my name's Jonathan Dewey, and this is Abel Kim, and we are doing a channel designed for dummies by dummies. A little bit about myself. I've got 18 years of design experience in medical devices, but as I say frequently to people, I'm a designer who's in a medical role, not a medical engineer. And so I do a lot of designing for work, but as well, I design just a lot of stuff for myself personally because you just look at so many things around you and you're like, man, that could be better. Hey, that could be better. Hey, I could probably create something to fill that gap. And so, we really started this channel to be able to show our best practices for designing stuff and kind of walk through that. Just so if you guys need any suggestions on which way to go or whatever, this gives our philosophies and our best practices. So, yep. And now Abel.
Yeah. Well, quickly, what did you major in? Where'd you go to school?
Sorry, mechanical engineering, Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio, and graduated quite a bit ago. But uh, interestingly, my favorite time in college was being a TA for the machine shop, both the manual stuff as well as the CNC. And so I think that really whet my appetite for uh, seeing things actually come into existence, not just designing them theoretically, not just designing them in CAD, but actually, you know, how do you make actual parts? And I guess that's part of what being a mechanical engineer is, at least for what Abel and I do, is it's not just theoretical, it's you can put this, how do we put this in people's hands so they can start using it? Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So a little
Yeah.
bit of background about you.
Yeah. My name is Abel. I have also been working in the medical device industry. That's actually where we met and became, I would say, pretty good friends. Um, been doing that for about 4 years now. Went to Christian Brothers University, located in Tennessee. Graduated with mechanical engineering undergraduate. Um, I don't know what else. Yeah, I think my kind of goal for what we're doing here is like talking through a lot of the stuff that I guess I had growing pains with the first 2 years on the job. A lot of stuff that you taught me, a lot of stuff I learned from other folks, and just kind of by making mistakes or having embarrassing conversations maybe, or just like trying to do stuff better. And
Sure.
some of that stuff I wish I would have learned while I was in school, or but then also there's a side of it that's like just better trying to better prepare people for the job if they're in college or if they're an intern or even like early professional, like someone like me in the first 1 or 2 years that just wants to be better at what they're doing, just designing stuff for manufacturing or assembly, inspection, that kind of stuff. But then also, I think there's an element too that would be interesting, or the exposure to people like still in high school thinking about what they want to major in, or undecided, or
Sure.
engineering, but don't know what they want to do for a job or something like that. I think there's an element of that could be useful to some folks as well. Just seeing kind of like what it's all about, like what the thought process is. Um, yeah, so that's a little bit
Well,
about me, I
and
guess.
to riff off of what you just said, like we get paid to design, and that's pretty cool. But there's more than just there's more than just design because that's what you're getting paid for. There's just
Mm-hmm.
opportunities everywhere to see stuff and oh, that could be different. Oh, that could be better. Oh, I don't like the way this is. And with the tools today being as cheap as they are, with just super cheap 3D printers and all that sort of stuff, changing our world around us is super, super easy, such that good design principles and having and knowing how to frame that goal and moving towards that goal in a systematic way can help you create stuff to make the environment around you better. Yeah. Um, and then as well, our philosophy, take take it or leave it, whatever parts you want of our philosophy, but take away from what we have to say in general that like we've got rules to play by in general because those make this whole process just a lot smoother and more straightforward. It makes it more consistent. Yeah, and so these are just some of our rules that we play by to get consistent results so that we're not always guessing or always recreating everything every single time, but we've got some rules to kind of guide us in the right direction.
Yeah, I think Jonathan, you've got more of like a home project type of like when you're presenting, we're going to be talking a lot about your projects and what you've got going on and things that you've been learning or tweaking with the 3D printer just in general, and then we're going to spiral off of that. We're going to tangent off of that into how that applies to industry or production or could potentially go into a production setting kind of thing.
Yep.
I think mine are going to
Yep.
be more a little bit when I present. It'll be a little bit more from the ground up educational, and then I'll need you to chime in on that as well. So
Sure.
we'll both kind of have a little bit of different. We're not going to be doing the exact same thing every time we get together like this. So when Jonathan's presenting, that's kind of what I think we're going to be looking forward to. And then when I'm presenting, we'll try and alternate, and then it'll be a little bit more um, ground up educational from a little bit more like I guess basics, and then things that you might see in like a college classroom or training on the job, that kind of thing. Yeah. Cool.
Cool. Great.
Do you want to share your screen?
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a great introduction to who we are. And so that's a great introduction to who we are. I say we cut, go to the next video.
Well, I